Hello once again, this is Dave Knight here at Knight Capital Management. I want to welcome you once again to the weekly wrap-up, the best trade of the week, here on my blog, Knight Capital Management. You reach it at knightcapitalmanagement.com, or obviously you can use this full URL to reach it. Once again, I look forward, if you want to get updates and live trade recommendations, this is actually going to be changing soon to encompass a live trading room that I will be running. So if you want to get access and be able to get into the live trading room, you'll have to fill out some information on here, and so that I can contact you this way through email service. I will not sell your name. I will not spam you. Obviously, this is you have to have some level of trust to put your name and email. I use aweber.com as my email service, and that's where the email originates from. And you'll see it come from my email, tradecraze@gmail.com. Once again, just put your name, and if you don't mind, I'd love to see city, state, country, email. If you could just fill that out in the form itself, I'd really appreciate it. Just see where people are coming from. No other reason than that. I mean, first name is fine. Do you have to put if you want to put your initials or whatnot? I don't care that way. I'm more interested in where you're coming from. Let's talk about trading then. So once again, to get to my educational blog, if you'd scroll down the right hand side, Day Trading Night blog, if you click this is where you can find all my educational videos. If you just wanted to save this, is this the only thing you wanted to see? This is where you're going to see just videos, some charts I put up there, no advertising of any sort on this particular blog. So let's go ahead and go back, and we're going to talk about a trade that happened on December 10th. So let's see, is this December 10th? Yes, December 10th. And this is the ES trade, the one I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the volume and how you're looking at volume and how that corresponds with getting into a trade. There's two different times that we're going to be talking about it. One was profitable, one broke even. And we're going to take a look at that in more detail on the streaming data feed. So let me get to that, and I'll be right there. Okay, I've opened up the first two bars of the market. So this is a 9:30 bar, 9:30 Eastern time, and my charts go. I use the New York Stock Exchange market times on my trading charts. I don't use the overnights, by the way. So it's 9:30 to 4:15, and the first two opening bars. Just wanted to show you how you look. Now the volume on this first bar, you're looking at an average volume, or that blue line volume, of 117,000 and change, but the actual volume was 109,000. Now sometimes I say that I'll get in an above average volume trade. That's not close enough. I like to see it almost like it's touching, and you'll have a volume that'll be extremely close to the average volume. So once again, that was 109,000 volume versus 117,000 volume. Therefore I stood aside. Also, if you look up here at the bars itself, are colored blue. I would say 99% of the time I will not trade a blue bar. So let's go ahead and let me pause and let's fast forward on. Okay, here's an interesting setup on the third bar. It's kind of why I want to show the beginning. We have a dark green bar set up right here. Now this would normally be a very good place to try to get long, except if we come back here and look at the volume. Volume is tailing off one. Also, it's also blue, and you're looking at 96,000 volume versus 85,000 volume. So the volume is 117 here, or 109, 110,000. Now we're trailing off in our volume, and we're also at blue. So this is a type of trade that I would stand aside on. So let's go ahead and fast forward the next 15 minutes. And let me pause it. Now it did make a nice little move here. And you're looking at entry of like 900 and something, and exit, you're not quite, your profit would have been in this area right here. Let's go ahead and move forward. So now let's take a look. So this would have been a trade that the volume itself proves that the momentum behind the swing wasn't strong enough to carry it a profit. So this would have been a break-even trade at most, maybe. Or if you are following the system, you're looking at probably getting stopped out at your profit or your stop loss. So this once again is let's go ahead and fast forward once again. Let me go ahead and pause and get to where I want to go. Now here's an interesting setup right here. You got a blue bar volume, and what signifies, I was watching the green bar. So here we have green bar volume, but we have a blue bar here, and that's normally stand aside. And in this case, that's exactly what I do. So let's go ahead and fast forward and see what happens. So here we are. If we would have taken this signal off this green volume just to go and trade on when it turns green, we just got reversed out and now it's moving against us. So once again, the volume indicator is helping you with the decision process, but the coloring of the bars also helps to make sure that hopefully we get into a trade that's going to run for profit. Okay, the time on this bar is 11:45. We have a green bar volume, and we have a green bar here. We've broke up above this little area here, and this to me would be the first valid entry that you would consider entering. The only thing that would concern me at this point in time would be how it closed on the bar itself, how it ran up here and then closed mid bar. But this is in actuality a good valid entry if you want to, with the breaking, and we have a good strong move right now. I wouldn't say it's really strong, but it's a trending move that's trending up at this point. Let's go ahead and fast forward and see what happens. Alright, so let me go ahead and put my profit targets in here. So here we go. This is your profit. Now I guess we could have put the other one here, but I'm not going to worry with it because this is not going to move forward. Now this says 900.25. That's actually should be 900.00 with a 904 entry, and then going for a 910, and so that's just looking strong. The movement and the high of this bar is 907.75. So this is 907 in a sense. You could move to break even plus a tick, or you could have kept it here at 900. It depends on your trading plan and what you're trying to accomplish. The green bar volume here is showing a good move, and we're moving up momentum wise. So let's see what happens. Boom. Right there, it just shows you that although it was a decent move, maybe this mid bar was not the best of entries to get into, or it could have went up and took you at target. So this is definitely a valid trade, and it just ends up being a break-even trade at best, or hit your stop loss here. I would have advised that a conservative trader would have moved up here to break even, plus a tick or two to make sure that you don't have a winner turn into a loser like here. If you have, if you're trading on a small account, if money's not the issue, you want to follow the plan. Obviously, you could change your plan in that sense. So let's pause and move to the other, since I'm running short on time. Okay, the time now is 1:30 on Wednesday, December 10th, and here is a red bar move. Volume is definitely moved and crossed significantly over, signifying a very strong, or possibly very strong, move in the market itself. Here we are. Our entry is at 893.25. I'm looking for 887.25, and we're playing up against this low of 884. As we'll find out later at some other point, this comes into play. But this is what I'm looking for, 887.25. And this is close enough to 884. It's 6 points. I mean, I guess you could have try to squeeze another point out of the market if you want to, but I would advise a conservative trader would take both contracts off right here at 887.25, just in case you come down here and bounce up and this becomes the low off of a double, triple bottom, however you want to look at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and fast forward, and here you go. The strong movement with the volume picking up proved that here you are, boom, you're out. 2 contracts, you're out at $600 profit on every 2 contracts, or $300 for every contract traded. You've hit your target right there. The low of this bar itself was 886, so you could have squeezed that extra point out if you wanted to. So you had a break even, and you had a $600 win here on the 2 trades on Wednesday, December 10th. Once again, this is Dave Knight at Knight Capital Management. I wish you all the best in your trading, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye now.